My name is Amal Qasir. I am 18 years old. I am at Community College of Denver. My mother was born in Iowa. My father's from Damascus, Syria, and I was born in Denver, Colorado. My means is spoken word poetry and getting up on a stage and for 3.5 minutes literally owning everybody's mind in that room. Even when the tyrant put checkpoints outside her door, her defiance made mealtimes a battle her family would always win. So through that, I'm able to say what I want to say, convey the stories that need to be felt, and best way to get that story across is to stand up on a stage and yell it in people's faces. I was an awkward little girl with a lot to say and got up on stage and unleashed, and that's where I found myself. It was on that stage when I was 14 years old, freshman in Smoky Hill. I finally found what I was meant to do because, number one, I am a Muslim woman, and so no matter what, in America, I hold a story that most people don't know about. And so even whether I'm talking about being a Muslim woman or not, the fact is my presence is on stage and people will pay attention to that, and people like me. Through that, I was able to be confident enough to work with that power that I have and, raise awareness about things like in Syria, for example. Bullet and earth can't speak to each other. Blood will not make crops grow, and so Syria stopped growing. You want to know what's happening in Syria? 12 members of my family have been killed. The youngest one was 13 years old, and she got sniped in the back of the head while eating with her family. That's what's happening in Syria. It started with people raising their peace signs in the air, fighting against oppression. I speak the story of the Syrian people because right now they're in refugee camps and they don't have Twitter and they don't have Facebook to tell everyone how they feel. I'm working for a group or for an organization called Project More Than Metaphors. Project More Than Metaphors is taking this spoken word initiative to bring direct aid to the people of Syria. Our project is going to do workshops with these kids. It's going to bring shoes, it's blankets, food, and poetry. We're using the stage that the United States has given me. There are thousands of people being massacred. If they know that the children are suffering, if they know that women are being raped, then I've done my job.
Placed behind presidential doors, they wonder if you know the warmth of baby's blood.
Poetry is an invention that was meant to help the people. Through Project More Than Metaphors, in giving people a whole new power within themselves to know that, number one, they're not oppressed like the people in the poem, and number two, they can help the people in the poem. You are sharing your entire body, your voice, your memorization, your mind, everything goes into the moments that you share with these people. That's all that spoken word is. It's storytelling. This is how we strengthen ourselves. We have to write. We have to speak our words because we hold the voices of those who cannot speak. I'm at Community College of Denver. Don't know what I'm studying yet. It's hard to say, but something involving telling the story of people, sharing the narrative. My grandmother always had dinner on the table. Even when the tyrant put checkpoints outside her door, her defiance made mealtimes a battle her family would always win. As long as she could keep chopping, she would get that tabbouleh to the table fresh. Families sit together to eat. They don't await the funeral prayer, so she would send my cousin down the stairs to get her parsley, and they ate like kings amidst a war zone. Recipes the tyrant has never tasted. My grandmother knows Syria better than anyone. It is the arthritis living in her knees. She had a farm whose dust she knew by name. She knew the day the peaches would be ripe or how sour a lemon would be based on the rain. My grandmother spoke the language of the land that fed her. She housed families on her farm that would help till the soil. Their hands colored by dirt, her hands bruised from hollowing out zucchini. They built Syria with a prayer, a meal, blistered hands, and enough food to feed the neighbors. The falah, the farmer, is the one who knows his country best. It was him to take Syria's first bullets, and it was him to stay behind. He knows what Syria needs when she is thirsty, knows what she will do to his body when he is buried. A farmer knows what his grave will smell like. When the war started, even the rivers ran away. For the hands of a militant aren't like the hands of a farmer. Spend all her time counting dead bodies. It's hard to trust the footsteps when everyone is running, when the bombs disguise themselves as clouds, when militants talk dirty about a country whose parsley they have never even tasted. Only a farmer could convince the soil to grow again. He is water in time of drought. His street dialect is the language the dirt prays in. He will cook for Syria's starving people using my grandmother's recipes. They cut down all of the trees in her farm. They rip the pomegranate bushes from the earth, and the lemons don't grow anymore. And the people ask, does the tyrant not remember who fed him? My grandmother has promised to write down every single recipe when this war is over. She knows what Syria will need. She will cook for its people. They will all rebuild this country with a prayer, a meal, blistered hands, and enough food to feed the neighbors. And the tyrant, the dirt is waiting for him. He will learn his country, feel the weight of it all on his chest, and when the soil asks him, did you not spill blood in my name? Then why do you fear me so? Let these maggots give your body back to me, President, and Bashar al-Assad, the president of Syria, will not know how to respond. He doesn't speak the language of his country. He will struggle against the dirt that fed him. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do we snap?
Yeah,
right?
if you want.
Oh, yeah.
You can clap.
Oh my gosh. That was, mashallah. Mashallah. Really good. That's it?
That's it. Word.